All right, welcome back for another round, guys. Aesop Graham here, and this is the continuation of my blind playthrough of RDR2 in 2025. It is still Sunday for me, but this is your Tuesday episode. So I am actually uploading your Monday episode as we speak. It's got 28 minutes left. And we're just going to keep on trucking along. You know, I was thinking, I haven't looked this up on the internet or anything, but that gravestone of Dowd, the 19-year-old girl that passed away, you know, when we went out there and shook that dude down, as long as I'm assuming right here, I think that guy's last name was Dowd. And he ended up dying later. And he has a son, and his son looks like he's about trying to add for the time period, because the further back you go, the faster people grow up, right? His son looked to be, I'm guessing, around 16 or 17 years old. And so I am guessing that the gravestone at the cemetery near our current base camp, that Dowd girl was his older sister. I think that's what that's what I'm thinking until we find out otherwise. So this not being a chill episode, we are going to try and access a journal here. We're going to probably knock out some missions today, maybe minor missions. I want to go get Dutch's smoke pipe. I'll have to reference that on the internet. Okay, we had read that. Okay, there's Sean. That's an RIP. Sean has been killed. I'm more sad than I can admit. I loved that little loudmouthed wretch more than I knew. He was like an annoying little brother to me. What fun we had riding together. And now, he's dead. His head shot half off in an ambush. What a gosh dang mess we're making of things. Still no Confederate gold, but a shitload of trouble. All right. And do we have anything else? There's the new home. Shady Bell. We've moved again. More trouble with the Pinkertons. More trouble with them locals. More trouble all around. Little Jack's been kidnapped, so we're trying to find him. Apparently some fella in St. Denis, Senor something or other, took umbrage to our presence and kidnapped him, or heaven forbid worse. We burnt down Braithwaite Manor when we went hunting for him, in an almighty scrap. Then we got spoken to again by Agent Milton. This time he asked us for Dutch's head as on a platter. We got him to leave, but they ain't too pleased with us. And that's that. Okay, let's open up our to-do list. Whoa, 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 is that a predator? Back. No. Okay, that's a pig. I thought that was a cat, man, coming in on us. Not what I wanted. Isn't it? I thought it was hard left. Nope. It must be just tap left. Okay, here we go. Dutch has asked for a pipe. I don't want to do this. It ain't worth it. JBC. Said that it would be ready at a later date. Okay. Dutch has asked for a pipe. Let's go for this. I gotta bring up an internet page. I'm doing that right now. Dutch has asked for a pipe. Alright, to fulfill Dutch's request for a pipe, Vetter's Echo. A location near the western edge of the map. Inside a cabin at this location, you will find a bear. Okay, well that's good to know. You can either throw dynamite into the cabin to kill the bear or let Arthur get mauled by it and respawn. Once the bear is gone, you can retrieve the pipe from the desk with the typewriter in the cabin. Okay. Western edge of the map. Veterans Echo. It does show a short little picture of a map of something that says west, and there's the word Big Valley. Western Elizabeth, maybe? Well, why not? Why will it not let me use my keyboard? Aim weapon. Okay. There. Okay. Once I can get it to accept an input, then we're smooth sailing. But until then, it don't really like to work out. Okay. Here's the west. There's Big Valley, and it's saying it's up above the W. It's probably this guy right here. There's Veterans Echo, and it's going to be this cabin. All right, guys, let's go, let's go, let's go. We got a mission. What time is it? How much daylight we got? Not a whole lot. 5:51 p.m. All right, maybe we can make this trip before we gotta set camp. Well, I don't have really any other news I can think of to talk about. Because it's just actually a couple hours later from whenever I recorded the video you watched yesterday. So it's not like I've listened to news or anything. I guess I'll talk about, I've been playing Darktide. They did a rework, a new phase release, and they reworked my favorite class, which is the Ogren. And I like playing the tank Ogren. That's really kind of about it whenever it comes to Ogren. I really enjoy playing tank Ogren. And so like another way to put that is taunt Ogren, the middle tree. And boy, they really did strengthen Ogren a lot. And where before I was stuck at kind of level 3. Now, I didn't try it on any other characters because I haven't leveled anybody up. To the point that their gear is ready for stuff like that. So I have not been able to test my skills on any other characters is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that with the old model Ogren, level 3 was as far as I could make it. I just got gunned down too easily by gunners at level 4. But with the new rework that they've done, with the talent tree rework, Ogren is phenomenal. Very, very, very hard to kill. Can dish out a boatload of damage to maybe not like the DPS classes, but for being a tank, I mean a lot of damage. It's plausible, and I think I've reached the game's highest level. I'm not really sure. It's called Damnation is the level, and I've done it on the Auric missions. So I guess that would be what they call Auric Damnation. Because just the Auric missions are supposed to be tougher, I think. And then you have 2 levels, Heresy and Damnation, that you can do. This is for Warhammer 40k. And so I was pretty happy with that. I just achieved that today. And now my Ogren character is like my farm character that I go get all my diamantine or whatever and plasteel on, so that I can rank up my other characters' weapons and stuff. I have a level 30 Zealot also, but he's still working on his gear. He's my next most powerful character. And he can do level 4 now. He recently got to that point. But with him, he's actually going to take a while, I think, because I'm playing around with different builds, which require different... What the... I must have randomly passed where you were hanging out at. That's my horse that I used to escape with Sean from the Caliga plantation.
Yep.
But yeah,
Nice evening.
it requires me to rank up different weapon sets with him. So that's taking some time, you know, as I try to find out what build is best for me on him. I really kind of want to play the chorus build, what's called a chorus build. But I don't know if it really fit me real well. I don't know. I have to play around with it some more, I think. And then the first build I did uses whatever the talent is on the left-hand side. I can't remember. And I'm trying to rank up a dueling sword form right now. The first build I did used a what's called a chain sword. It's got a different name, but it's got a chain on it, a chainsaw component to it. But it's called something else. I still want to try Relic Blade out. I haven't done Relic Blade yet. So he's got a lot of tools he's got to level up before I really settle on a build. But it's been a lot of fun. I really enjoy the game. I also have Space Marine 2, but I'll tell you, man, I've barely played it. I think I've done the intro, and that's about it. I just haven't had time between doing recordings of Red Dead and playing World of Warcraft, and then tooling around with Darktide and some spare time. Doesn't feel like there's been very much space to do Space Marine 2, but I think probably here pretty shortly some of the time that I'm devoting to Darktide, I'll probably start shifting it towards Space Marine 2. But Darktide has been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it. Space Marine 2 seems to have the better story, I guess, but that's almost impossible to avoid because Space Marine 2 has like a whole campaign, whereas Darktide really is more about blitzkrieging these levels with people online. So the whole setup is different. A campaign is almost always going to be a better storytelling medium. Like more time, effort, and money will be thrown at that aspect than with an online game, where the chief thing is that the ability to have a stable internet connection and play well with others and have interesting classes and stuff like that. Boy, it sure is dark. How far out are we? Better check the map. We're a ways. What's this saying right here? Okay, stranger. Give me just a second. I think I got a notification on my phone. Hold on. I'm sorry. Bear with me, guys. Almost done. Had some typos I had to redo. That's something I've noticed. I have a Samsung now, and I don't know if it's just Samsung or Android in general, but I used to have an iPhone, and iPhone was a whole lot better at kind of understanding where your fingers are trying to hit. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Actually, we're going to set camp. Goodness gracious. I guess right here's as good as any. It'll probably put us down near the river. All right, we're just well, I should probably eat. Oh, we'll check his status first. Player. Wow, still underweight, huh? Okay. See, that kind of proves, I think I have something figured out here. You can't just have him eat 5 pieces of meat, I don't think. You're better off eating meat with other things. Crackers, we're running pretty low on that. I mean, a candy, you just, like, I don't think it matters much. It's just different stuff. And a biscuit. Alright, so 1 piece of meat, a thing of crackers, candy, and a biscuit. So now we're going to sleep. Until morning. Tear down camp. And let's check his status. Yeah, look at that, average. So, you know, eat 5 or 6 steaks? Nope, you ain't full. Eat 1 steak and a thing of crackers, and you're better. Like the game tracks that as better. So, I don't know. It is what it is. They really want to, I think, push you to have a variety of food in your bags. Is our other horse following? Nope.
Yep.
So. We're still a little ways away, so let's go ahead and get a move on. Oh. Man, my youngest brother, maybe a couple months ago, I bought him Cyberpunk 2077, and boy, talk about a good investment. He flippin' loves that game, and he's about to ramp it up for his first playthrough, and he's gonna start another playthrough immediately. I really liked that game also. I'm kind of already toying around with doing another recorded series here pretty soon. But I might do a series on Space Marine 2 first. I don't know yet.
Yep.
The thing with Cyberpunk for me is my next playthrough, I want it to be don't know how to put this. I'm trying to do kind of a role play thing with it, and I'm not real great at that, so I don't know if it's going to come off well or not. But in order to facilitate that a little bit better, there are mods that I want to put in, and I kind of want to know a little bit about what I'm doing, so I need to sort of play the build some before just starting a recording. I've got to find time to do that and all. And I need to make sure that the mods all play well with each other. And I'm kind of getting stuck there. I think whenever I first started to teach myself how to mod that game, they were approaching another update, and then that broke all the mods. And so as I'm trying to learn it, mods are breaking, and it became a frustrating experience. So I'm kind of, I don't know, kind of avoiding it, because every time I go to think about jumping back in there, I just think about how it went the last time, and I'm like, you know, I've got a bunch of mods loaded up here, a bunch of cosmetic mods, and then some gameplay change mods, a few select ones, and I'm trying to, I've actually got it's a lot of mods, and I'm trying to sort of play them one at a time. So I know what all has changed with the game. And I was having a real hard time making any progress because it was causing the game to crash and stuff. So hopefully the game is stable now, and I can put together a build list, a mod list to make that happen. And then I want to make a, it's going to be a female character. I wish I'd gotten rid of this crocodile. We would kill that bear. It's going to be a female player. She's going to be a corpo agent. And I'm going to make her a net runner. She's going to be something like a net runner assassin type. So stealth gameplay should be a part of it. I don't like, even in a fantasy world, I don't like to make girls that are brutes like men are, that are physically dominant and able to obliterate
I got bad memories of this
their
place.
competition, you know, and throw their assailants around like dudes can. To me, that it doesn't just break immersion for me, it looks ridiculous, which helps to break the immersion. I just consider that to be, I'm only speaking for myself here. I'm not throwing shade at anybody who does this and gets enjoyment out of it. But for me, it feels cheap. It's really cheap. It's not believable. You could come up with another way to make a girl strong in her own ways without going to the outlandish, you know. And so I'm going to be trying to make a female character that has vulnerabilities and is operating in a scary world, but has the courage to kind of go with, you know, either I do it on my terms or I die trying. And there's some other things I'm going to mix in with that I think also will make a believable character, and we'll just kind of see how it goes. See, to me, I approach it like if you were going to write a book. If you're going to write a book, one of the very first things you have to do in order to get people to fall in love with the story is be able to make believable characters. And if you fail on that end, then people aren't going to like your movie or your book or your play or whatever it is. It's got to be believable. And nobody likes Mary Sue's. And that would, you know, it's called a Mary Sue, but it could apply to any gender, where your character is just super strong and unassailable from the get-go. That's the opposite of the hero's journey. And it's not interesting. How am I toss it? Okay, there's a window. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, look at us being clever. All right. What? How do I pick it up? Am I going to kill myself here? Pick up. Pick up! Okay. Light it. Okay. There you go, buddy. Alright, let's come back to the horse. I want a shoddy. I should have grabbed that first. This is not realistic. Alright, well, let's go find out. I thought it knocked that door open. Man, we blew this place to kingdom come. Okay, well, there ain't a dead bear in here. Looks like we're okay. Search desk drawer. Take the candy. And I got a card set from that. Inspect the card, might as well. Ansberg. 1 of 12 cards, alright. Close that drawer. I thought we were supposed to find a pipe in there. Okay, immediately access my satchel, find those premium cigarettes, and discard all of them. Okay. Here, yep, there's more drawers. Okay, good. And search the other one. And search the third one. Day's Walk Poem. Dear Annabella poem. Inspect document. Oh, you want punishment. My goodness. Dear Annabella. This is the one that we could inspect. You told me not to write, yet knew I must. Please read this through. Here I have made a home for both of us, if you but knew. Beneath Mount Shan my little cabin lies, enclosed by trees. My work goes well. Here peace and open skies bring health and ease. 'Tis simple life, no crowds, no strife, no cause of restless sleep. No lawlessness, because there are no laws but ours to keep. How are the boys? I miss them every day. Oh, let them come. They'll eat fresh fish and breathe clean air and play and feel the sun. Alrighty then. Oh, we're not done. You are afraid to leave all that you know. I understand. Have faith, my Annabella. Love shall grow in fertile land. Well, I think you probably died. So, that went about as well as you could expect. Or about how you would expect is what I should have said. A day's walk. I wake on Owenjila's shore and bathe and watch. The daylight kindles yellow fire above the dam and soon ignites a swath. Bathe? Swathe? Ignites a swathe of eastern pines until the lake's a pyre. Of blood-red waters, yellow, gold, then blue. Once more, I pack my tent and join the trail. Beside the river, heading north, the dew still wet upon the grass. The light still pale. Here Canis Latrans hunts Lepredae Lepridae. Here, Canis latrans, Hunt, Lepridae. Crotalus atrox lurks in longer grass, and once I saw the distant amber eye of Ursus horribilis watch me pass. This guy is terrible. And I am among them, Homo sapiens, student, not master, brother, not their lord. Amid these fragrant pines my blood transcends. Myself an ancient kinship is restored. Uphill the trees grow bare, seared long ago. By some forgotten fire the trail turns north. Soon I can see old Hagen capped with snow, across a tide of lupines rolling forth. And there I leave the path, stretch out my hands, and wade for home across the valley floor. And yet there's something missing from these lands. Oh, come, my Annabella, I implore. Alrighty then. Sad stories. I gotta double check over here, because I could have sworn that thing said... Yeah, I was wondering if that middle drawer would open. Nope. Inside a cabin at this location, you will find a bear. Once bear is gone, you can retrieve the pipe from the desk with the typewriter in the cabin. Okay, when we blew it up to Kingdom Come, did we knock this sucker onto the floor or something? I tell you what, that's frustrating as all get out. That makes me want to check this out again. So here's what I'm going to do. Well, I'll keep you here for right now. I'm going to try and load the autosave. If that doesn't work out, I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to load the regular save and ride back out here and just risk fighting the bear. Oh, hold on. Here's another thing that says the pipe is located in a hut east of Pronghorn Ranch in the West Elizabeth region. Inside the hut is a bear. Okay, well, they are probably talking about the same thing. This one's Vetter's Echo, east of the Pronghorn region. Okay, they probably are talking about the same thing. Well, let's get on up there. Here it is.
Easy.
Find out how this goes. Okay, it's all blowed up. I guess I can check these drawers again, see if anything respawned. Well, alright guys, I'm gonna pause the recording. Potent health cure, I'm already full on that. Maybe there's a pipe sitting there. Visions, tonics. Need to find potent health cure. Potent health cure, yeah. Alright. Take that. Grab this. Okay, is there anything else on here? There's not. Yeah, doggone it, man. Alright, guys. Stand by for me. Alright, I have made it all the way back, guys. It took a few minutes, but let's go ahead and create a scum save. Just in case this bear really does a number on me. Because I could try this a couple ways. Maybe open the door and toss in a stick of dynamite. I don't know if the shotgun's going to be enough or not. This place looks exactly the same as before I reloaded it. Oh, I'm upset about that. There's a busted down door here. Oh, search? No. That's that's the desk drawer, right? Yeah. Huh. Mm-hmm. Take the candy. That's still there. Take premium cigarettes. Gem cob. Take the 2 poems. Okay, the game has registered that I've read those. I don't know if that's important or not. There's blood all over the floor here. So a bear got this dude. A bear broke into this cabin, busted the door down, and killed him. Well, the only other thing I know to do then is to put you on pause one more time and see if I can find a video on this. So stand by for me, I'll be right back. Well, guys, it says it ought to be sitting right there next to that typewriter, and it ain't there. It's like a box, and there's supposed to be a silver pocket watch here, too. Can I hop up on this thing? I've looked all around here. Healthcare. I'm at the right place. What's going on out here with these horse sounds? Okay, it's not my horse. What about on the front porch for some reason? Maybe there's a couple locations, but The video I saw showed that it was exactly where the written instructions I wrote were at. Put that away. Yeah, that little SOB ought to be right there. Maybe that's it in the back corner. But if it is, I can't seem to... Uh-huh. Alright, give me one more second. Okay, well, I think I found the answer. I don't know what chapter we're in, but this can only be done in chapters 1 through 4, and my assumption is that we are like one chapter too late. I think that's what's going on. So, and that explains why there's no bear here. And also I watched a video and where it showed him getting attacked by the bear and he died and he respawned here and he came in and there was a body here too. And we're not seeing the body. So I think we're just too late for this quest. So what that means is we've spent a whole episode just kind of finding out about that. Which it's not exactly a wasted episode because we're still traveling around in the world, you know. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to Strawberry and see if we can sell this, these skins. And make our way back to camp, I guess, and we just won't be able to do Dutch's request. And that'll be that. So we'll be back on to yellow quests.
Okay, my girl. Yep.
Whoa, man, that was some crazy pop-in. They looked like deer at first and then turned to sheep.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so also I noted that this is not a bad place to come to look for elk and stuff like that. Big game. But as I say that, I don't think I'm going to need to. Those big American alligators, that's what I would use to get the big game meat. We have everything we need right down there where we're at. Man, it really is such a pretty game. Got a little stream here. Trickle down snow melt, I would assume.
Good morning. Yeah.
I think my horse needs to be cleaned again.
You told me you'd fix the wagon. You swore to me.
I did fix it. It ain't my fault you dropped it.
Oh, goodness.
What the hell are you looking at? You
Well,
need
enough.
to move right along now.
Yeah,
Here's all my property.
I got it. I mean, we could blast that dude and rob him, but I don't.
Yeah.
I just don't feel any compulsion to do that. We're flush with money. This is probably why I'm not a thief. I get the feeling that thieves sometimes do what they do.
Hey, easy now.
because they get off on the idea of getting money for nothing, or they getting somebody else's money or something like that, and that's not something that ticks inside of me. So that's why I don't know if, you know, one of these days maybe I'll do a playthrough where I try to play a rougher version of Arthur, and that'll be funny because I don't know if I could pull it off. Man, what is this thing? Oh, that's just a natural... That's not man-made, that's natural rock formation. Pretty neat looking. So I want to keep the episode because A, I've spent the time recording it, right? B, I think there's useful info that comes out of it, learning that some of these quests have time limits on them. But from a roleplay perspective, I think we're going to kind of pretend that this didn't happen. Because we are supposed to be looking for Jack. Can't seem to get around this guy. Actually, I don't know that I want to get around him.
Got deep roots around here. I'd advise you not to test it.
All right. This is the guy I'm looking for. All right, take the teeth.
People really enjoy that.
I'll keep the meat. Well, no, I won't.
I'll take it, but I've already got too many.
Thanks for your
Okay.
help.
Well, this is meat from another zone, man.
Thanks,
Your people
mister.
don't get that very often. Let's just head out of town this way, see if we can find another way around. Wait a minute. Did this cut across?
Easy.
No. Okay, I'm just not gonna...
Whoa, idiot.
I'll stick with the GPS.
You been kicked in the head or something? What's wrong with you? You're fixing to make me mad.
Man, just getting out of this town without pissing anybody off seems to be a challenge.
Hey, you want to ride?
I don't think so.
Take you wherever you want to go.
Doggone, I missed another frickin' turn. How do I get the hell out of here? Oh, because I don't have it set for... We've arrived at our destination. Now I need to reset the destination for camp. Okay. And we were going the right way. This way. Hey man, I thought I sold that gator skin.
Yep.
We'll donate it at camp then. That's good boot making material right there. It looks like it to me. You know, you hear about snakeskin boots all the time, but I bet you gator skin is better quality. I don't know. I just kind of think it's a tougher, thicker hide. Alligators have been around since the dinosaur days. They're one of the only animals that have been around for that long.
This place ain't the biggest shithole out there.
I think the way that you'll hear that expressed most often is that they are one of the most, like, least evolved, most direct line. They're still the way that they were, you know, all these millions of years ago, or however you're going to date it, because different people date it different ways. I don't really think that's true. From what I understand, if evolution was real, then the fossil record, what it would show is that you would have, for example, okay, so like the deeper that you dig, the older stuff that you're looking at, right? And you would find a whale that there would be a clear line of transitioning through these different eras of soil where the whale evolved into whatever it eventually became over the course of millions and millions of years, right? So if you're looking at, let's just throw a number out there, if you're looking at 20 million years ago, it's a whale, and then 10 million, at the 10 million what is it called, like strata level of soil, it has evolved into something that's like a cross between a whale and, I don't know, pick a thing. It looks more like a platypus, let's say, a duckbill platypus. And then at 5,000 years, it's starting to look like it has elements of a giraffe. And then at 1,000 years, it's looking more and more like a giraffe, you know? I mean, I'm just throwing examples out there. I'm not trying to make fun of anything. I'm just, this is what you would expect to find in the stratosphere and the fossil record for something, because the claim is that it evolved linearly from one thing to another because survival of the fittest, right? That it developed these new things and became a new animal because its surroundings forced it. So that's a linear transition from thing A to thing B, you know, or thing A to thing D, and it went through B, C, and E. And that's not what you find at all. You find mixes and matches of different kinds of animals in all of the stratospheres. Stratosphere is the wrong word. Stratas of eras. So I think that microevolution can occur where a species evolves some new component to itself within that same species. Maybe they become poison immune, for example, because they live in an area that has a whole lot of poison plants or something to that effect. But I don't believe in macroevolution where a whale becomes a giraffe or whatever you want to name. I don't think that that happened because I don't believe that the evidence supports it. I think that's a wild leap. That's based off of technology from the 1800s. I mean, Darwin's theory.
Stay back from the wagon, sir. Transport some law.
You know, whenever that dude was looking at stuff, he felt like he had found the smallest amount of life possible whenever he was looking at a single cell organism. And we now know that's not true. Cells are made up of even smaller things until you get down. Currently, we believe that the smallest element is a proton or a neutron, right, within an atom. So it's a pretty ancient look at things, and I don't buy it. What a pretty ride. This is why I like, you know, I asked the audience actually if what they want early on in this series. Did you want me to cut this travel time out or not? And everybody wanted to keep the travel time. And I think that's a part of this game. You'll never, I didn't do this in Skyrim either. I don't really fast travel. I actually go through the world. I take the time to make my guy make the trip, you know, and I feel like I mesh into this world a lot more as a result. I mean, to me, we really are living this dude's life here, kind of watching how things are unfolding for him. I know enough about the story to know that. Well, I'm not going to say nothing, but I kind of have the general notion of how things turn out, which is unfortunate, you know, but that's what happens whenever you play a game years and years after it's been released. That's nobody's fault but my own. Well, it's not my fault either. I had things I had to concentrate on when this game came out. But I think traveling around and living this guy's day-to-day life is going to make things resonate that much more. Oh, here we are. We're at 57 minutes, so that's an episode.
It's Arthur. Good to see you back, Arthur.
Thanks, Charles. All right.
Slow up now.
Let's go see if we can sell this gator skin. Well, or donate it, I mean. I didn't do chores, and I kind of feel like I need to, but we just moved in here also, so it's probably not a pressing need, honestly, but we'll do that in the near future. I guess on our Friday episode.
Abigail, I just want to say something. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about Jack. And I saw some of those Braithwaite fellers. I had no idea. I thought it was a business matter. I know Arthur and Hosea had dealings with him. Didn't seem serious. And I don't know anybody who would kidnap a boy. I feel like a fool. I would gladly give my life for his. Not that it matters or that it works that way. But I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that.
Oh, that was an important piece of dialogue. So that's really what we need to be tied into right now. That's where the story is thrusting us. This is a crisis. And it's time sensitive. Jack is missing. So that's why I'm saying, like, we're going to kind of pretend like this episode didn't happen. And in the next episode, we're going to get straight into... Yeah, see, I can't donate. We're going to get straight into... sorry. Into going into Saint Denis and scouting that place out. That's what we were told to do. We'll have some stew, then I'll save it. And yeah, Wednesday's episode, we'll just get right back to where we're supposed to be at. That actually looks pretty good, man. Looks like you got sausage in there, maybe some shrimp or crawfish. Bell peppers and a tomato base. And that does look good. All right, guys, let's take one more look at Arthur's status. I think it should be good. Average, yep. And then our horse. Is our horse dirty? Yeah. Tell you what, let's go pat her down real quick. Because I don't know if I'll remember to do it otherwise. We just got done with quite a long trip. It would be appropriate to clean her up. Oh, feed.
There you go, girl. Yeah, that's better, girl.
Okay, let's save it right here. Story. Save. And I can get rid of this one. No, this one. Delete this. And overwrite this. All right, guys. So get ready for it. Next episode, we're going to treat it with some sense of urgency. Try to get that feeling going. That's the camp is on edge. We're supposed to be scouting out Saint Denis for info. Jack is God knows where. You know, I mean, it sounds like human trafficking to me, but probably just kidnapped. And we are near a port town, right? So this is serious business. All right, guys, again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods, and I'll see you in the next episode where this story continues.